Hello, 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 hello. So, hi, my name is Linda Murray Bullock. They call me the business plug. And so tonight I was supposed to have a guest on, and my show was going to be a totally different thing than what it's getting ready to be. And that's the thing about when you do live broadcasts, you have to kind of go with the flow. And so, whatever happens, you have to be adaptable. That's the number one word you should have for 2022. My word for 2022 is power, is powering up our potential. And so tonight, hey Tommy, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Tonight, I am going to talk about how to find your targeted audience. And the reason I'm talking about that is because on the 27th, I've been asked to go to the Chattanooga Business Elite and do a presentation on how to survey your market. So then I thought, well, today I'll just teach people, first of all, how to find your market, right? Because it's easy to assume who your customers are, but I want to teach you strategically how to get your customers. Like how do you find these customers? If you're a small business owner, the two, maybe three things I've heard repeatedly is how do I find my customer? um, I don't know how to find my customer. I don't know how to get access to capital. I don't know what I'm doing. Those are the three responses I get when anytime I'm surveying small business owners who are brand new business owners and who are having a problem connecting with people that they're looking for. So they're having a problem connecting with people who want to buy their products. And most times it's because they have not identified who their target market should be. And anytime you don't know who your target market should be, that means you're out here uh, advertising to everyone, marketing to anybody that has a pulse. And that sounds pretty good. It's really not good, right? I always use my people who sell shoes. So anytime I have a student or client that sells shoes, I always ask them, who is your target audience? And they always say things like, well, my target audience is everybody because everybody has shoes. I mean, everybody has feet. Everybody has feet. So everybody will want my shoes because they have feet. And I'm like, no, because let me tell you something. If you see me standing in a line overnight for some Air Jordans or any other kind of shoe, you will know that I am being kidnapped. Call the police and get me some help because that's not what I do. I do not care for name brand shoes enough to spend the night in a parking lot. I just don't. And so, for that reason, I want to teach us about getting our targeted audience. I am still hosting and inviting you to join me to sample my Monday night class. Monday nights, I am hosting a class of the fast track. And we have right now, we have between 7 and 8 business owners there who are learning about the fundamentals of starting a new business. And so for that reason, if you ever want to join us, you're welcome to join us. Like, you are welcome to be a part and sample the class. And if it's something that you want, then you get the prorated rate to come and join us. We have 10 weeks left. It's a 12-week program. We are getting ready tomorrow to go into week 3. And so in week 3, we're talking about marketing. We started last Monday. The business owners were talking about their markets and identifying marketing research and ways that they could perform marketing research. Marketing research is really, really big, and it needs to be understood if you're a small business owner. So let's talk about your targeted audience. So I read this article by Kayla Carmichael. She works for HuffSpot. I was going to say Huffington Post. She works for HubSpot, and she was talking about this company called Vans, and Vans sells shoes. They actually started their company selling shoes for skateboarders. And so all of their notoriety in 1966, right? They began in 1966 selling shoes for skateboarders. And that business is still around today. And so she talked about how, and I went and looked at Vans, they have 18 million followers. Like, that's a lot of followers, right? 18 million followers to have started back in 1966, and you're still going today, which says something all in itself. If you're still going and you've made it past COVID, that is a whole story by itself, right? But they're still in business today, and they started their brand for skateboarders. So their theme was off the wall, skateboarding off the wall. That was their little mantra. And over time, they have created on Instagram several different accounts under Vans. They have Vans Girls and the regular Vans, and different Vans of different parts of Van. So who they based on who they cater to. That means they have to know their clients intimately. And that's what I want to challenge my business owner, the followers who are small business owners. You need to know your customers intimately. And why I say that is because you need to know what they like. You need to know what they don't like. You need to know words that resonate with them. Just like Vans. You need to know, like, Vans Girls is for their women's line. And so if you go to on Instagram, if you go to Vans Girls, you'll see they have a lot of pictures about the different types of women and the different types of shoes that women wear. Because, women, we wear a lot of shoes. That's one of the compliments I get about my boys. They were like, Mom, you have like 70 pair of shoes. Why is that even necessary? But women, we like shoes. We like different shoes with our different outfits or how we're feeling. And so we wear more than one pair of shoes, more than 3 pairs of shoes, probably more than 10 pairs of shoes. And so in Vans graphics, in their content, they have different types of women to let you know that they are for women, period. And then the different types of women, the different styles, like the casual styles, some like the canvas shoes, some like the dress shoe, some like somewhere in between the sandals and all of those things. When you're talking about your customer, think about the person who has paid you the most in your business thus far. Like, who has been your biggest supporter as far as financially? And think about the demographics of them, right? Because there are demographics, like how old they are, a range of ages your customers have, a range of salaries or income that you think they may have, and then what kind of cars they drive. Are they in, like, some people have cars over 10 years old, while others may have brand new cars or stay, trendy. Are they early adapters? Are they late adapters? Just thinking about the people who've paid you the most money since your business has been open, and kind of find similarities among them. So the demographics, right? The gender, male, female, age groups, income, those demographics. But then also think about the psychographics. So the psychographics, it would be, what do they do in their downtime? Like, where do they get their news from, and where do they go for entertainment? Do they go to like pizza clubs, or are they into sports, or what demographic? What psychographic could you find out intimately from your audience in order to identify their likes and dislikes, the things they do, the things they don't do? And how you get to this is you have conversations. Like, you need to have conversations with your clients to understand them. You don't want to just be the person that sold them a product and then on to the next one, because that one and done will not help you scale your business. So it's important for you to have conversations with them. So let's talk about 7 steps that Forbes says that we should use when we're trying to identify our targeted audience. The number one thing they say we should do is we should look at our current client base. A lot of times we're trying to find new customers doing new things, and we haven't really taken account of who's already supporting us, who's already buying from us. What do they look like? What age group are they? What gender are they? The income, all the demographics, all the psychographics. And then the third thing that I want you, so we said demographics, psychographics. The third thing would be their behavior. How do they spend? What are their spending behavior? Their buying behavior? What is the things they buy? And think about it. A lot of times we try to go at it trying to get in a customer's mind, and we forget all about we're customers. Like we buy stuff. So instead of being, you know, making it this hard, I mean, we make it harder than it has to be because we don't consider ourselves to be customers, and we don't think about the things like think about the last thing that you bought that was brand new, and you went to a business and bought something. What does that look like? And understanding our buying habits and all the questions we ask ourselves about, you know, did we do any shopping research before we went there? And why did we choose what we choose over what was already out there? Like understanding how we shop, how we our own spending habits, and having conversations with our customers will help us to understand their buying habits as well. So, number one thing, looking at our current client base, like gleaning information from them because they've already said, "Hey, I like you. Hey, I like your product." So they're the ideal people to ask questions if we're trying to find more people like them. Then what is it about me that resonates with you? So just understanding that. And then again, considering their spending habits. Do they buy like three like so when I shop, people tell me I shop like a guy. But when I shop, like if I find something good, I am so stickler for shoes, right? And so when I find a pair of shoes that I like, I get it in multiple colors. I don't know why I do that. I've been doing that all my life, but I'm comfortable with doing that because I like it in different colors. Once I get it, if I find it and I like it, and I don't like a lot of different things, but when I do find something I like, I want to get it in various colors. And they say that's a guy thing. They say you can tell you were raised by a guy, and my dad raised me, so there you go. But anyway, anyway, so what about their spending habits? How do they buy products? You know, and understanding intimately how your customers shop. Another thing is, do you know about their goals? So the third thing is, do you know about their goals? What are they looking for? Like, what problems do they have? What problems are they trying to resolve? Do you know enough about your customers to understand why they're coming to you to find product? Like it's worth paying attention to. And then can you identify their fears? What are they afraid of? What things they're afraid of? I did a survey the other day because I'm at Cornell University in the women's entrepreneur program. They had us to do a survey, and so I surveyed, and it was a small survey, and it was not statistically sound or whatever, but we had to ask people why they were part of why did they want to participate in our survey. And in my case, I asked some women that I have in this small group, and they were like, I want to improve my business. So that was me understanding that, oh, okay. So these are business owners, and they're trying to find solutions in order to make their businesses better. Like that's understanding. And one of the questions I asked them was about a discovery call. And I asked, well, tell me what you want, what you expect to happen in this call, but then also tell me what you don't want to experience in this call. And unanimously, they said, I don't want to feel rushed and I don't want to feel unheard. And so that helped me to understand that when I'm coaching clients, I can't make them feel rushed and I cannot make them feel unheard. So I have to do things like writing because my notes, because this brain is not as sharp as it used to be, thanks to COVID and other things, but writing down what they say, taking notes so that I can actually hear them and let them know that I hear them. And then not making people feel like, okay, you're here next, rushing people off. Because have you ever been to the doctor's office and they made you feel like you were intrusion? Or have you been anywhere and you were there to see this person and they were short with you? It made you feel like you were wasting my time. So you never want to make a client feel that way. I mean, none of us should want a client to feel, because they won't be back. You get the one feeling like that and they won't be back. And most times, if you've experienced that in the doctor's office, you won't be back either. So understanding that. And then how do they make buying decisions? Like, do they make it? Do they talk about it? Do they do research? Do they ask their significant others? Do they ask their family, friends? Do they use a Ouija board? How are they making buying decisions? Like understanding how your customers shop is going to help you to understand how to present your product or service to them. And number 6 is, who do you want to work with? Who do you want to work with? Like, there are personalities that do not mesh. And I have found that even you can love everybody, and I do love everybody, but there are some personalities that just don't mesh for one reason or another. Are you aware of what that is? And are you aware of the people that you really want to work with? Like, I love working with people who are eager and ready to go, and I give them an assignment, they go and do the assignment and come back for more. Those are my favorite clients. Those are my ideal clients because we get things done. So who do you want to work with when you think about working with clients or customers? Who do you want to work with? And then number seven, let me go through that right fast. Number seven is, what is it that they need? What is it that your clients are needing? In the case of the people I surveyed, they're needing support for their small businesses to make sure that they have a path that they're on that leads to their success. And so they're looking for somebody to help guide them along that path to make sure that it's going where they want it to go. So understanding that about your client, number one, is look at your current client base and glean information from the people who have already raised their hand and purchased from you. Number two is consider their current spending habits. How are they buying their, how are they spending their money now? Like understanding their buying power, their buying habits. Number three, do you know what their goals are? And if not, ask them. These are questions you can ask them. And number four, identify their fears. What are they fearful of? What is it that they don't like when they're having a buying experience? How can you make sure that they don't experience that with you? And number five is, how are they making these buying decisions? Like, are they using a Ouija board? Are they going with what's popular? Are they talking to friends and family? Are they doing research? You know, are they going by gut instinct? What is it that they're doing in order to learn why they want to buy this particular object, this particular service? And number six is, who do you want to work with? Like knowing, being very clear on the people that are your ideal clients. It's going to help you to understand the clients you don't want to work with. Like people who are high maintenance. I'm not the one. I have little patience for that. People who are high maintenance. There are people who love working with high maintenance clients. They love that whole back and forth and all that energy that you spend there. I don't have it anymore. I don't have it anymore. I love giving clients information and then sending them out to get what I need to help them, right? I need them to help me help them. And so getting them to go out and get what I need and bring it back, and then we work on their problem and we actually have resolutions. We actually have solutions. We actually have results. That's what I'm used to. And then number seven is, do we know what they need? Like asking them very clearly, very specifically, what is it that you need? Well, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And you've just been in tune to the Business Plugs Mixer. I come on Sundays at 7-ish here on LinkedIn and on Facebook. I hope this time we spent together has been fruitful for you. Hope I've given you some things to think about. And if you have any questions, please, please, please follow up with me on either my inbox or by commenting on this video. You'll see me next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, have a great week, everyone. I'll see you next Sunday at 7. Bye bye.